Roy Price, who was basically the head of Amazon's video department,
Amazon Studios.
Amazon Studios, uh, was recently resigned from his position after it came out that he was
Sexually harassing a producer.
allegedly
Yeah.
um, a producer for Man in the High Castle. And this was in 2015. And apparently, Amazon has known about this since 2015, has not taken any action until the recent Harvey Weinstein allegations have come out. And then this allegation came to light as well.
Right.
And then they basically pushed Price out. Bezos hasn't really commented on it. Jeff Bezos, the head of Amazon. It's a really discouraging story because I think probably naively people I think people were probably hoping things would die down after the Weinstein allegations, but I think this is going to open up the floodgate more than anything because these women who have been victimized are going to feel more empowered, and I'm glad that they will feel that way. But I think we're going to see a lot more of these sort of things. In a to keep the conversation to something that I think we can discuss and engage in more. What do you think this means for Amazon in their video department?
Yeah, good call. So like they knew about this for 2 years, like you said, and I think they were keeping Price on because they were so confident in his work at the helm of Amazon Studios, their original video content and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Until now, the relationship is politically untenable. It's not good to hire him anymore, but also you can justify it because I don't think he's doing that great of a job. And there's a Wall Street Journal article that's paywalled, but it's kind of a teardown of Amazon's management department if you're interested. But I mean, let's just think about Amazon, right? They had no Emmy wins this past Emmys, which we covered. Sound Like a Contest, Nostalgia Pod on YouTube. Check it out. But also, let me ask you this, Pat. If you didn't have Amazon Prime because you liked having 2-day shipping, would you sign up for Amazon Prime Video if it was a standalone service?
No, not a chance.
Absolutely not, right? I mean, think of what shows do they have that create much buzz that drive people to sign up? Do they have any?
Transparent. Man in the High Castle.
Yeah, right. Critical show. Transparent won some Globes, right? And Jeffrey Tambor won some Emmys. They have Man in the High Castle, mid-level buzz. They have One Mississippi. They have Sneaky Pete. They have I Love Dick. They have The Tick. Mozart in the Jungle.
Mozart in the Jungle, yeah.
None of those scream like they're gonna trend on Twitter.
Right.
It just doesn't happen. There's not those kind of shows. And Amazon's kind of had this reputation as being an up and comer in the content business, and obviously spending billions of dollars a year on original content. They're certainly trying. And Manchester by the Sea was due to them as well. So their movies are a little bit more successful. But the TV department, they're like more on par with Hulu than being anywhere close to Netflix or HBO at this point. So I can understand from a strategic move that once Roy Price has some negative press, there's absolutely no reason to keep him a second longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's interesting because I think there were rumors about 3 or 4 months ago that Amazon was actively looking to find the next Game of Thrones, quote unquote, whatever that means.
Right. A zeitgeist show.
Right. And it's, in the Vulture article that you pointed me to that talks about this, Jeff Bezos, or maybe it was Price speaking for Bezos in some capacity, basically said, I don't see Netflix or HBO as our competition. I think they see themselves more on the tier of Hulu. But if you're looking for a zeitgeist show like that means that you're looking at some sort of shift into something bigger. You want to make your services deemed more necessary to people because, like you said, I mean, I think people sign up for Amazon for the 2-day shipping, and then they're like, oh, I guess I could watch the show, or this, Amazon has this movie I could watch instead of something Netflix doesn't have.
There's music streaming with this too. Cool. It's just
right.
Combination of things.
No one's choosing Amazon for those services. And I think Bezos, I mean, he built a company like Amazon. He doesn't want to just settle for being some mid to low tier streaming service. He wants to push into something bigger. He wants to push himself into the largest echelon of those services, even if he's saying he doesn't. Now, Netflix and HBO are completely different animals because they pretty much focus on doing just this. They're not trying to, they don't they don't get a benefit from like selling goods because someone goes and watches their shows. Like I spent the weekend watching a couple episodes of Mindhunter, the new show on Netflix,
Right.
and it's a great show. I could never imagine going to Amazon and being like, "Oh, I heard about this show. I'm gonna go check it out." Like I knew Transparent was on there, so I was like, "Oh, I guess I'll check it out." I knew Man High Castle was on there, so I guess check it out, but I wasn't seeking it out in any capacity.
Yeah, exactly. Like Netflix is the option that a random show shows up and captures buzz for a week, like Mindhunter has lately. That doesn't happen on Amazon. They just don't have enough of an output right now. And yeah, like you said, they're Netflix and HBO, they drive subscribers by having shows that people want to watch and thus subscribe for. That's how they make their money. Amazon, Transparent wins some Emmys through some algorithm action to make them sell some stuff. That's Amazon's thing. The video is just one aspect of their business model. That being said, I don't think they're content to be in like third or fourth place, right?
No.
And if you look at what's coming down the pipe, they have the Matthew Weiner show about the Romanovs. When Matthew Weiner, of course, made Mad Men, so that's absolutely huge. This is his first show since then. But the David O. Russell show that's been talked about with Robert De Niro was canceled amidst the Weinstein allegations.
Right.
So, but I think they're still it's weird because like they spend a lot of money, but I almost feel like Hulu's still like getting there. Like eventually, I could see Hulu being at a point where they have a Mindhunter drop randomly that no one saw coming, but they're nowhere close to that right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially after they won the Emmy this year, I think that Hulu has a better shot of moving towards that. Amazon, I feel like they have so much ground to cover. Now they do have some big names signed on. You talked about Matthew Weiner. They also have Julia Roberts signed up for a show coming up. So they have some big names coming down the pike. But I think in a sense, Amazon probably might be even better off to move towards something kind of like a pseudo HBO, which this is like like a picking nits, but it's almost like HBO focuses on making like 5 to 6 really well done shows at a time, and then cycles through the shows that they get, and they'll fill one in as one ends. Um, I think Amazon would be smart to not try to go into like the mass production, but to go more in towards the making shows that are just really well done. Like you have someone like Matthew Weiner, give him like a contract to just keep making shows for you and let him continue to make it until he gets something that hits, and just continue to do that, and so that you make yourself in like that premium content and not necessarily like the mass content business.
Right. And if you think about Hulu has all these network deal rights with like the CW and NBC specifically. Like they just like 30 Rock just left Netflix for Hulu, for example. So like their game is kind of 50-50.
Right.
Handmaid's Tale. That was really their only original hit to date. But yeah, Amazon, they're kind of in a weird nebulous, middle ground. So yeah, I think that's a smart plan for them. But we can't forget they have the original movies success to a certain degree right now. Like their studios, like they do make or co-make or help distribute a lot of feature films.
Yeah.
Which leads me to Netflix announced about a week ago that they're developing 80 original films for 2018 as well as 30 original anime series. Netflix only started making original like the first Netflix original film came out early 2016. The first anime came out like 2 months ago, Neo Yokio with Ezra Koenig and Jane Smith. So like they're brand new to this. They're already just throwing money. They're expected to spend between $7-8 billion on content next year, up from $6 billion this year. So Hulu is not quite in that stratosphere.
Not even close, dude. Not even close. They could get there eventually. I could see Bezos just like throw. I mean, he has so much fucking money, dude. He could throw as much as he wanted at it, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out because they're starting to get a lot of internal backlash reportedly about not acting on knowing Price's actions for 2 years. So
yeah, not good.
yeah, there's a lot that's going to be coming down the pike from this. It'll be interesting. I think the landscape of Hollywood is changing for the better, but it's going to definitely throw things out of balance, out of whack for a bit, and probably see some interesting changes. Any other thoughts on this?
No, I mean, does Amazon have a hit show coming out this Friday? They do not, but Netflix does. What do you think? You ready? Stranger Things?
Stranger Things. Very pumped for Stranger Things.